Alright, so a few days ago I made a video around the Minecraft Story Mode game because of the movie and I just wanted to. However, Amazon scammed me as we all know, but I ordered it again and it claims it's coming today. Please Lord above, let it be. But in the meantime, I decided to still play some Minecraft and itch that external need I have been edging for. Which is why today I platinum Minecraft Dungeons. This is the sort of infinitely replayable dungeon game that Minecraft has, and it's honestly a lot of fun. The game only has a total of 25 trophies inside, including the platinum, and takes on average 20 hours with a whopping 3 playthroughs. That should really be like 20 playthroughs, but it's fine, I won't judge. This is also a part of my challenge to platinum pretty much every single notable single player game that I haven't already before I hit 800,000 subscribers, because I have no life, so make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Alright, so stage 1 to platinuming Minecraft Dungeons is to just finish the story and beat all of the 9 main levels in the game. While playing, you should also try to get as many chests, loot, and kills as you can to level up everything on your character, because the level trophy will most likely be one of the last to get in the game in general. Anyways, Minecraft Dungeons plot is around an illager who was outcast from his home and then also outcasted from the rest of the world as he tried to find a new place to live and be happy, which in turn made an evil presence grow inside of him, and finding an evil staff to control the masses probably helped with his takeover strategy a little bit. So it's now our duty to find and stop him from making the world of Minecraft an even worse place than it already is from his control. The very first level of the game is called Squid Coast, and this is also the only level in the entire game that you cannot endlessly replay, because upon finishing it, this is the place where we set up camp. And the camp is where you respawn upon failure of any level and also upgrade items and enter portals to new areas. But this first level just taught us some of the controls, gave us some items for the first time, and overall was just a big old tutorial into everything. But upon completion, I did get my first trophy right here. I then just jumped right on into the next level called Creeper Woods. There really isn't an order of levels to play, but it's advised to do the lowest level requirement levels before the high ones, obviously. Anyways, during this level, it was our goal to save villagers, which is the goal on like half of the levels in the game, to be honest. But during it, I managed to kill 50 mobs total in the game and get another trophy pop. I was also trying to get a 10 enemy kill with TNT for a combat specific trophy, and I failed miserably. I then tried to find potions and healing items in my inventory without knowing that those don't exist. Oh no, in Minecraft Dungeons, if you see a consumable on the floor and take it, you immediately consume it like Mikado avocado before the diet. A bit later in this same level, I also ran into my first cave within the level. Caves are occasionally spread out within the game's main levels, and inside is usually some harder enemies with more high quality loot. And in this cave, there was a fancy chest inside, which once I opened it, I got another trophy pop from doing so. The rest of this level here wasn't too hard, and to be honest, this first playthrough has very easy enemies for pretty much the entirety of it because, well, it's the first playthrough, and the reason why we have to do multiple ones for a challenge, of course. But Creeper Woods was actually decently long in length. Wish she would have said that. And once I finally made it out of the woods, I got a trophy from finishing that level. And that was the final level, I think, that actually gave us a trophy from completion alone, because the next story trophy would come from completing both Pumpkin Pastures and Soggy Swamp together. Pumpkin Pastures is also my favorite level in this game, by the way. I think it's mostly because it has a fall vibe, and fall time is nearing, I fear. But I did get a trophy before that trophy called Cha-Ching from collecting 1,000 emeralds total in the game, which is easy, and all of the villagers wept. And naturally, a few moments after, I would finish off the 2 levels and get another trophy from those, as I was yapping about earlier. The next level I did was the Redstone Mines, and this is in my opinion the hardest level in natural difficulty because it has so many enemies on it, it's actually insane. And during the chaos that this game calls combat, I got a trophy from reaching a measly level 10 like a little baby gamer would. And that also gave me enough enchantment points to enchant one of my weapons to a 3rd tier, which is both awesome and another trophy. The level following the Redstone Mines was called Cacti Canyon, and it's probably the most underwhelming one in the game because it's right in the middle of the story levels and super bland. However, once completing it, you get a trophy from the completion of both the Redstone Mines and this level. Now, the remaining levels in the game are all sort of clustered near the ending because they are all end game, as we will call them. But this is where they did start to get somewhat challenging since, well, we are almost finished with the game's first playthrough. But during one of them, I managed to get a total of 2,500 kills on enemies, which is actually super high for the first playthrough and not suggested to get until the second one. I'm simply built different, I guess. But around a half hour after that, I finally finished the High Block Hills level, which was the final one I needed to in this triple level trophy that I would get right here. So now all that is left in this first playthrough is to do the final level of the game. The final level is honestly not very long and just consists of us battling some enemies on this castle as we crawl towards the boss fight area. The boss fight, by the way, is not bad, but if you don't know how to do it like I did on my first attempt, you will fail quite miserably. And I game over for my first time today, which was quite sad. So I had to redo the entire entire level and actually got some trophies here doing that. First was simply defeating 50 enchanted mobs in the game. Enchanted mobs are just normal ones that have enchantments on them. Classic Its Ilusion explanation. We love to see it.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, and I also ended up eating a grand total of 200 food items here, which is kind of insane. I did that on the first playthrough because the guide suggested it to be placed after 3 of them. Jesus Christ, maybe I am a fat ass. Anyways, I made it back to the battle, and I'm not gonna lie, I still did struggle a bit because I was a little confused on how exactly you do it. However, my best strategy was to just sit in one place and shoot arrows at the guy. Literally just do that. Moving around isn't good because the laser usually can't dodge anyway, so why even trying? But upon completion of the boss fight, we did have to walk a little bit a ways after the goo trail, and once the cutscene triggered, however, I would get that final story trophy pop. And this game really took the friends we made along the way joke to the next level because we just became homies with the evil illager and then danced on top of civilization whilst millions of villagers below are living in severe poverty and famine. I love social classes. Alright, so now it's time to go in and do the second playthrough. The way this works, by the way, is not you going back into the main menu and completely restarting. It's more of just a continuation of the game as a new game plus. After the final cutscene we just got, we literally just get sent back to camp and it's like nothing ever happened. But we do have all of our gear. Every level is now just a lot harder in terms of both level requirements and overall enemies on them. The way you beat this second playthrough on adventure difficulty, by the way, is to just beat the final boss again. It's not required for us to play through every single level, but you can. Basically, you just have to level up your character a ton to be strong enough to beat the final boss again. And that's essentially what the other playthroughs mean. Anyways, let's get into the trophies I acquired here. First was from me gathering a grand total of 5,000 emeralds in the game. Not hard, just grindy. And due to all of these levels just being absolutely jam-packed full of enemies on them, I managed to get that 10-piece kill of TNT right here, which was amazing because that trophy is one of the trickiest in the game just due to lucky positioning. And a little bit later, I got another trophy, but this time it was from killing 50 passive mobs. Passive mobs are things like sheep and cows, by the way, so I'm officially the villain in this story. In around an hour or so of leveling later, I reached a grand total of level 25, which is only halfway to our goal. Son of a bitch. I then went without trophies for a very long time, and the only one I got was from me actually reaching rank 10 in the season level or something. This isn't even a part of the main game, however, so just don't add that one on. But a few hours later, yes, a few hours, the trophies are getting very scarce, sadly. This game doesn't have a crazy amount of content, to be honest. Anyways, I finally got another trophy, as I was trying to say, from me using the wolf spawn, llama spawn, and finally the iron golem spawn at least one time. Those artifacts can be used to spawn in the creatures I just mentioned to help us not die so quick. Oh yeah, and I also just reached level 50 here. I guess those 7 hours of me getting 0 trophies really did contribute to me just gaining levels, so that's cool. But we still have a few more troublesome trophies on the list. First was from me opening 100 chests total in the game. And the chests that count towards this are fancy gold ones, supply chests, and single brown block ones. Now the supply chests are the grand majority here because there is usually 2 to 3 of them on every single level, and I was kind of stressing out that I hadn't got this trophy yet because I know damn well I've been playing this game for upwards of 13 hours now, and not having this was pretty surprising. But I got the trophy pop right here, so my worries were for no reason like usual. And on that same level I just got the chest trophy on, I leveled up again and finally had enough experience points to use and fully upgrade the 3rd tier on my 3rd weapon. This also made it so I had 2 weapons absolutely fully upgraded, with my armor fully upgraded as well, and the trophy pop from that came falling into my hands. This is the most grindy trophy, might I add. So now all that's left is for me to go and beat the arch illager on apocalypse difficulty, which I think I've been on for quite some time now. I can't really recall when I switched over to it because there was no trophies from beating him on adventure, so I might have, you know, maybe lost it in the recording. But the fight against him on apocalypse wasn't even hard since I was so damn geared out, and also I might have thrown it on the lowest level requirement to be safe. So yeah, here's that final trophy with the Minecraft Dungeons Platinum Trophy added on top. That was the Minecraft Dungeons Platinum Trophy experience. Overall, I gotta say the game is fun. It did get a bit boring though, because at some point grinding levels is just as bland as an Amish person's dating life. But anyways, the game was still well made and decently fun. Added on that it's not priced at 70 bucks really makes it worth it in my opinion. So I'm gonna give Minecraft Dungeons a solid 6 out of 10. No offense to Steve, obviously. Also, I wanna say a huge thank you to everyone for 700,000 subs. We are nearing 1 million every day and it means the world to me. I'm getting the platinum tattoo in a day or two, so I'll post that when it's done, and yeah, I'll see you guys all then.